Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, and if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So we have Cancer, Leo, Cusp. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever applies and please leave the rest. We have a replacement, and it's very is an energy that that you're being asked to be very careful with. You're trying to replace something with something else. It's almost kind of like an energy of when people are trying to fill certain void, not to go ahead and deal with how something hurt them or how something made them feel or what emotions were triggered. So and the reason why I say that is because in no way, shape, or form the spirit ever wants you to just go from thing to thing to thing to thing, and while you are avoiding what is actually going to allow you to liberate you, what is actually going to allow you to grow, what is actually going to allow you to feel peace within yourself and in your life. So just make sure that if you are taking, and this is not going to be for everyone, obviously, for those of you, and you know who you are, that is you're trying to avoid something, don't become busy just to be busy. I'm going to say it again. Do not become busy just to be busy. For others of you that are not in that energy, there's maybe something that you've been working on, or maybe you've been doing something a certain way and you're being asked to replace it, or you're being asked to tweak it, right? And that just may be replacing one little thing with another. It may be as simple as, like, replacing, let's say I use a white candle. Maybe I'm asked to replace it with a black one for whatever the reason, right? But it's just a replacement. And what this energy brings in is the ability to be a little bit more flexible and be a little bit being able to go more with the flow and not being so constricted in wanting things the same exact way every single time, because again, otherwise the energies tend to get stagnant, right? You have to allow it to flow, and that's kind of like what you're being asked to do. For those of you that are definitely trying to stay busy or trying to fill some type of void because you feel you're not ready to deal with those feelings, you're not ready to deal with the anger or the sadness or whatever it is, then okay. But instead of getting busy with something that is going to distract you completely away from it, maybe use that busyness to meditate. Maybe use that busyness to refocus on yourself so that you can start gaining that confidence in yourself again in order to go ahead and deal with whatever it is. Because a lot of the times we're running from something when we should be facing it, right? And that's kind of like the energy. So there is definitely, for some of you, the replacement is coming as something that needs to be tweaked in a daily routine, right? Maybe some of you are running, let's say this is an example, guys, for exercise, right? And you're noticing that your knees are starting to hurt, or you're noticing that you're getting over exhausted, but you've also like plateau, right? So maybe you need to replace the running, which is your cardio, with another type of cardio. Maybe incline walking, maybe an elliptical, maybe riding a bike, maybe dancing. So there are times when you've hit a plateau, when something is no longer working, there are tweaks and replacements that you can put into place. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to go back to running. Eventually you will, but for this season or for this time, you're being asked to do something different. And for those of you that are really trying to avoid whatever it is that you don't want to deal with, then focus, instead of committing to other people, instead of committing to other things that are going to distract you from yourself, commit that time to yourself. Journal for 30 minutes a day. Dance for 30 minutes a day. Go for a walk, go for a hike, but do something that is bringing the attention back to yourself, because then this way you start to get comfortable being with yourself, by yourself, and then you are able to tackle those spaces that you've been trying to avoid. And I hope that makes sense, guys. What do I want to use for you guys? Alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out a few tarot just to clarify. Don't mind my little stick. My little stick. So the I do record in an iPad. I do have a camera like a GoPro, but it's just so much easier, to be honest with you. And to reach, I put my thing on a little stick to reach the thing. So that's what it is. If you guys have been wondering, I don't know why I had to share that with you guys. So let's go ahead. Give me 3 cards, Spirit. So we have, where were these? These were here. I gotta finish taking this one apart so I can make the new one. We have the Magus. We have the Sun in the reverse and the Star in the reverse. Again, either choosing to fill that void with something just to waste time is not allowing you to really live up to your full potential, because there's still something within you that is craving, is starving, let's put it that way. And for those of you that are looking for growth in an area, and you've been told to replace something or to tweak something, stop procrastinating, because what it is that you want is right at the other side of that tweak that you've been avoiding to make. So if you find yourself stagnant or stuck or not progressing in an area of your life, you're the only one to blame, because you haven't implemented whatever it is for that specific area, the changes or the tweak. So let's go ahead, and what I want to say with that is that the replacement of the tweak may be something that logically may not make sense, because this happens a lot. But if you walk in faith and you go ahead and you do it, you'll be so happy you did. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out a love energy card. Now, this can be any type of relationship, romantic, platonic, self, business, spirituality, etc. Give me 1 card, Spirit. The Sword and Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So you're definitely, you definitely should be sensing a very heavy protective energy. You should be able to, for those of you that need to make a tweak or changes in a routine, whether it's in your finances, your career, whatever it is, I feel that you're going to feel confident enough to go ahead and do it. For those of you that have to spend or are being asked to spend a little bit more time with yourself, so that then you can get to the point where you can deal with what you have been avoiding, you have to first allow yourself to see clearly. You have to allow yourself to admit that there is something there in order to start the chain of reaction that is going to allow you to finally deal with it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out a closing message for you guys. Give me 1 card, Spirit. And we have the Moon. Take note of intuitive messages, right? This is a time for you guys to really listen to yourself, really listen to your intuition. What is it that you're being asked to change? What is it that you're being asked to look into? How is it that you're being asked to change something? And how is it that you're being asked to pay attention to yourself, to take care of yourself? What tweaks are needed? And where it is that you're spending your time that is not it is not reaping any rewards, and it is not there is no benefit to what it is that you're trying to achieve. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.